looking at Dogelon Mars. Where are we at here? So I had this crazy chart mapped out for Dogelon Mars for what the projection I think is going to be. And as of now, last or yesterday morning, I was leaning more towards being, unoptimistic. So I guess pessimistic about Dogelon Mars. But right on cue, when the last bull turns bearish, that's when we move up. So I'm not. I wasn't bearish on Dogelon Mars, but I have this map or I have this chart mapped out for where I think we're going, and it was about to be invalidated, and then last night at the very last moment, it just actually ripped up. So. I was saying we needed to be at 1020 by yesterday and today, and that's exactly where we're at. So we are still on cue for the summer pump to continue. This is what I'm watching. And if you haven't watched that video, we basically rallied in 162 bars. We 40x'd. So in order for us to get a similar move like that, which is actually interesting, because if you take this is actually very interesting. I did this on the live stream yesterday. If you take the measured move, some people do this, I don't, but if you take the measured move from the summertime, where is this? You take the measured move from the summertime, which was a 50x. I do not see Shiba or Dogelon Mars doing a 50x. There's just no way. But if you actually take the measured move, I'm pretty sure that actually gets us. Oh, I think I have to do it on the Poloniex chart. I'm pretty sure that actually gets us to Shiba Inu's market cap from last spring, right? Somewhere up here at about 13 billion. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it, because I was, the whole reason I made that video was the argument that we can get to Shiba Inu's market cap, and I'm pretty sure, right? Where does this put us? It puts us at about 34. Would you agree that that's a fair assessment? A 51x. I don't think it happens, but I'm just trying to point it out that if you take the measured move from the summertime, it puts us up here at about 34.76. And what I have mapped out already is the market caps that I'm looking for, and 10 billion market cap is 2105, and 15 billion is about 33 and change. And Shiba Inu last spring rallied to about 14 billion. So is it possible that Elon Mars rallies to a 13 to 15 billion market cap this spring and summer? I want to be realistic and say that it's not realistic for it to happen because there's no Binance and there's no Coinbase, but Shiba Inu rallied that high with no Binance and no Coinbase. So I'm not going to say that it's impossible for Elon Mars to rally up to a 10 billion market cap. That would put it at 2132 with in terms of price. Like that would be what the price is at about a 10 billion market cap. So in terms of TA, there's your daily dose of hopium. In terms of TA, we are actually, believe it or not, still in a downtrend, unfortunately. So in order for this summer scenario to play out, we really do need to break out of here and ultimately rally up to that 10 or that 18. This is the big price that I'm looking for on Dogelon Mars, 1859. There's plenty of other YouTubers that draw, they'll tell you the smaller time frames. I'm no longer interested in the smaller time frames. I'm interested in my 20x so I can retire. Now, is there other resistance in here? There is. There's resistance at 1180, and then there's a double fib here at 13.4. So we would say 13.45 would be the next major resistance. So I would say even 13.45 would be the next area that we spike to, and then a pullback. But the big move here is the one that's up to 1859, because if we're comparing it to the summertime scenario, which I had yesterday, I don't see. Oh, you know what? I just deleted it. That's why. If we're comparing it to the summertime scenario, we actually rallied all the way up to the 786. No, here it is. Yeah. If we're comparing it to the summertime scenario, you can see that we wicked from this bottom. We wicked right up to the 618 at 21 and then had a massive correction. So that's what I'm looking for a second time. Now, if I'm drawing it wrong, then we might get different results. But in my opinion, Dogelon Mars spiking all the way up to 18 would trigger a massive correction, probably back down to 1350. But that would be exceptionally bullish, because if we get this, this is the moment of truth right now for me and for everyone who's holding Dogelon Mars. This little section right here is the moment of truth, because if Dogelon Mars rallies up to 18.5 in the next 2 days, then it confirms that the summer theory is what's at play, and we can start expecting major move to the upside, potentially 10 to 20x. Well, not anymore because we started moving, but if you would have gotten in at the 786 support, you would have been able to get a 10 to 20x. So Dogelon Mars is going to have its massive move. Or it's not going to have its massive move, but Dogelon Mars, what it does in the next 2 to 3 days is going to be critical for what we're going to expect moving forward. Because again, this summer move happened so fast. It was about 27 days, 160. Oh, I should just put it on days. It was about 27 days. And that 27-day mark ironically lands on 420, which is going to be Doge Day. So I do assume that there's going to be some volatility up there. Now, if we get up to 1018 by Monday, or let's say Monday, if we get up to 1018 by Wednesday, or excuse me, if we get up to 18 by Wednesday, then I would actually argue that we're in here and it's confirmed. There would be one massive pullback, and then there would just be a fucking giant pump spawning, like Robert Galuli candle would spawn in, and we would just rip to the upside. So that's what I'm watching for. Like I said, I'm not interested in looking at the micro fibs anymore. It is what it is. This is the move that I'm looking for. Now, will it play out? Obviously, no one has a crystal ball. It's yet to be seen. The next major resistance that I see is up here at 1350. So 1350 is definitely going to be resistance. But in my opinion, if we are going to compare it to the summer scenario, we really should just blow right through that. Because yesterday, or today's candle, when we went to sleep, is actually very similar to this one right here, where we got a rejection. They're buying it back up. So if we're here, and this is going to be the big-ass candle that spawns us in, then this big-ass green candle right here, like if we're here, then this big green candle should actually put us up to that 13.5. We have a pullback, and then the next candle would be 18. As you can see here, there was a big green candle and then a big-ass wick. So I fully expect us, if we hit this 18, it's going to be a massive wick, and people are going to sell out. Now, does it have to follow it to a T? No. And what I would actually argue for hopium is if we blow through this, we might actually be going higher than I anticipate, which would, again, put us at that measured move from the summertime. In other words, like if we start moving ahead of schedule, then we might be moving higher than I'm anticipating, which if Elon Musk goes to a 15 billion market cap, I would imagine most of us would be millionaires, because you guys all told me yesterday how much Elon, like you typed it in the chat. So I myself, nah, I'd have to pay taxes, but I don't want to get too carried away. But we just got to keep a level head here. So that's pretty much it. Obviously, this is just my opinion. None of this is financial advice. You always have to do what's best for you. If we have a massive pullback and it just comes back down to wherever it's going to come back down to, so be it. I'm not going crazy. Like I said, I'm no longer interested in these little bear moves. So, if we get rejected and have a pullback to wherever, like 814 or whatever it's going to be, so be it. I didn't want to get too carried away on the Moon Boy thesis, but like I said, I'm no longer interested in this. I'm no longer interested in this bullshit pullbacks. So that's pretty much it. Best of luck. None of this is financial advice. Oh, this was the target from yesterday, and then there was a small pullback. So yeah, I'm not even gonna bother drawing the small fibs. The video's too long. So best of luck. None of this is financial advice, and you always have to do what's best for you.